WIFTV-PM.
Sit along with the bad news, night and day. It's 3 a.m. now, scream, run away. Yeah, and the old comforts can't be found. Oh, still I'm stumbling on, and I'm searching round, and I'm trying to see. Oh, you and me. Try to see. If there's a world beyond these walls, shut off all the house lights. I can't breathe. Every single sight is crushing down on me. Flip this cluttered room, yeah, upside down. Oh, let the endless hours sink straight on through the ground. 'Cause I'm trying to see. If there's a world beyond these walls, I'm searching in everything I know. I'm looking for a little love, just a little more. I'm searching, I know. I'm looking for a little love, looking for. I'm searching, I know. Looking for a little
WIFTV-PM.
Wish I knew it from the start that I'd have nowhere to run in the looking back. But it's not easy to object and try to compensate for what was there, what I had.
Chicago Legal Network is the collaboration of attorneys that concentrate in many areas of the law most needed in Chicago neighborhoods. The CLN lawyers focus on personal injury, criminal defense, and other issues. The CLN lawyers all average over 20 years of legal experience and are dedicated to helping the Chicago community. The Chicago Legal Network is committed to developing black lawyers through mentorship and co-representation. So if you were injured in a car accident, slip and fall, or injured on the job, or you need assistance with criminal defense, including driving violations and DUI, check out ChicagoLegalNetwork.com for more information or call 773-912-3545. 773-912-3545.
You got to Kennedy King, so you remember Corey Brown?
I definitely remember Corey Brown from Morgan Park.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Murder, man. So I got it in with y'all one day before a game. And then y'all literally went out and destroyed some people by about 50 at Kennedy King. And I'll never forget, somebody shot a jumper. It came off long. And Corey will tell this story to this day. He says he went up, and I was in the stands. He went up for the rebound. And before he could jump, he said he felt a foot on his head. And it was you. And you caught it, classic P-Mac, catching it over everybody, putting it back in. He says before he jumped, he felt a foot on his head. And Corey was 6'4", easy.
On his head.
On his head.
Yeah, Corey was 6'4", man. I used to just, I don't know, I had a knack, man. I was always uber athletic. Like I was taught earlier, if somebody shoot, you got to come from the opposite side. I had a guy in my neighborhood named Wayne Irvin, legendary dude to us in our neighborhood. Played at Chicago State, played at Wyoming.
Okay.
Played against Patrick Ewing. He passed away a couple years ago, but went to CVS. He was a decorated player. A lot of people knew him. And he taught me early, like, you attack offensive rebounds from the opposite side. So if somebody shoot from the left wing, you crash from the right. If somebody shoot from the top of the key, you can crash because it can go either way and you can get it. I was so big and athletic. I used to get a lot of tip dunks. Like, for some reason, people never boxed me out. And once I got a running start, if it came off anywhere over the rim and bounced up, you was dead.
This is Eugene McIntosh, one half of the illest independent sports media outlet in the whole entire land, the Bigs. Check me and my player partner Terrence Tomlin, a.k.a. T-Tom the Great, on What's in It for the Black People Media Network.
You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Todd Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah. Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gon' sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm concealed carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world! This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Todd. Todd went to the barbershop, Stroger. That don't look like a bathroom special, Todd. What's going on?
This is a Hans.
Uh-oh.
I need to go to the barbershop to get the edges. I don't think he feels like he's ready for that kind of stuff.
What do you mean for the edges? I'm confused. What do you mean the edges?
The
line?
Yeah.
Oh, well, when you do the Todd Stroger special, though, you could just take everything out. You don't even need a line. You just
Who can
cut
tell,
it all
right?
off. You just tell them just go up from the bottom and just go up. Tell them take the, well, you know what, you might want them to keep a guard on because, you know, the worst thing is to have a nicked up bald head.
Yeah, I agree with
like
that.
a bald head. You ever seen like a person with bald head and you can see like where
things went wrong.
where things did not go, like somebody might have hit you in your head. It's all right. I used to do the bald thing
Really?
until one time I was getting fancy with it and I took a whole piece of my skin and I was like, that's the end of, I was feeling fresh. It was like the simple barbershop thing. And then I felt like I was wiping and it just wouldn't stop wiping and
It was all blood.
it was all blood, and I was like, that's the wrap for that. Yeah. And then I remember that one time I tried to cut my hair by myself without a mirror. And I was
Who
just
knows what's
touching
going
the-
on back there?
Right. And I was all
How
good.
did you do it?
When you're in 8th grade, you think you got the magic touch. So, I had finally got my 360 on the waves. And then I was just trying to get the hairs, right? The ones, how like you finally, like after months of packing Dax on my hair, I tried I went through the waves because sporting waves, I got like, the closer you are to the motherland, the harder it is for your hair to wave up. Right? And so it took me forever to finally get it. So then I went to my grandma's house over on 87th and they had clippers in the cabinet. And so it was during that time when everybody thought they cut their own hair. So I was just touching up, let me just get that little piece of hair right there. I thought I was perfect. Then I got like to my swirl in the back and I thought it was all good. Then I went to go watch TV. And you know how you a kid, you watch TV. And my mama said, boy, what done happened to your head?
Oh, no.
What done happened to your head? But that's not the worst time. The worst time is I cut my own hair. And then I put it all back on my head. And so like I was at my no, I just packed it back like I was in the I was cutting my hair.
Scoop.
And then I packed it all back on my head. And my mom says we were like I was at my grandparents.
Uh-huh.
And so she said we left and we was walking down the street. And she said, boy, his hair looks really crazy today.
Was
but
it windy?
And she said pieces just started blowing off.
Oh no!
And as I'm walking down the street, she realized that I had cut my hair and packed it all back on my head, and it was blowing off down the street. Yeah, haircut stories. So Hans did you
yeah, but in college I was bald for a minute. First I had a mohawk, and then my dad was coming down.
A mohawk?
Yeah.
Wait.
My dad was coming.
Dangerous.
Todd, you had a what do you mean a mohawk?
He cut all the rest off. It wasn't a big mohawk because I didn't have a lot of hair. But
wait, you mean you had
Was it a
like
faux
the
hawk?
Mr. T type, like bald skin naked around it?
Yes.
You're right.
Todd, what was you going through, man? Is this your rebel? Right.
My room. Well, my roommate.
Is
Sam,
this during the shower era?
We need pictures.
No, we were on a different floor this time,
Okay.
so this was a different
All right.
year.
Okay.
My roommate Sam was about to graduate. He was like, "Man, we only have a chance to do a few crazy stuff. Let's get mohawks." I said, "Okay."
I pity the fool. Was this during the Mr. T era?
Well, this is probably like 86.
That's the Mr. T era. I
Very
pity the fool. I
crazy
did y'all have some?
guys.
I'm some wild and crazy guys. Did you have gold chains too?
No.
Did y'all have colors to go with it?
No, it only lasted a few days. For
Right, because then
my dad was coming down for a board meeting. I was like, "You coming where?"
Hey, somebody get this thing off my head.
But then I became bald, and he thought that was crazy too. So
Can't win.
no, you can't win.
You can't win. Todd, you should keep the goatee though, man. That makes me think you gotta stick with the goatee, man, because like with all the things going on, you just don't want them to go to old Todd. Right? You like the goatee be like, test me if you want to. Like you don't have to
the
say
goatee,
much.
I was young. I could like. Now I'd probably cut my throat. I'm not sure if I want to try.
No, you just gotta use a triple blade. Just
Oh
safety
no!
blade.
The razor part where you have to even it out, keep the line going.
No, you can cut it this way. They got razors that are good this way. But also, you can go to the barbershop, man. Go to the shop.
You mean
know.
pay
Hot
somebody?
towel. And
Todd, hey man, you gon' man with everything go yes,
beard oil.
You say yes.
yes. Contribute to the economy.
I'm not used to paying people anymore.
I'm contributing to the economy, hey man. Get back into the swing of things. There it is. All right.
Doors falling off. I put that up.
Hey,
You need costs.
oh no, those are things you're supposed to do. Those, but I'm gonna tell you that the barbershop trip. I went to the barber yesterday, and there's something about the return to the barbershop for black men.
Yeah.
It is just something about the camaraderie that exists in that space. All right, we talked to you too long. Ruthie Moore! How you know what, Ruthie? I like the green and black.
Thank you.
How you feeling today?
I'm
It's Monday.
I'm hoping that the weather is as cracked up as the
They say-
meteorologist is saying it is.
Dag, I was
80
thinking
degrees.
it's Monday. I was in your camp today.
So wait, it's supposed to be 80 this
44
week.
right now.
It's supposed to be like 70 something, but it's gonna rain, and then I think it's gonna be
It's gonna rain. Dang.
yeah.
Ruthie, you don't be like on the rooftop like in your bikini getting
I'm just gonna get
suntan.
some sun.
Now what does that look like for you?
Going outside.
Just are you an outdoor person? Well, I would think probably
I
because
love outside, but I don't like cold,
Sunshine.
so it's a balancing act.
so you're not a winter sports
I
person.
hate the winter, and I don't hate nothing, but I hate the winter.
Ooh, I thrive in the winter.
It's because you got like winter clothes. You like to wear layers. You're a dresser.
Yeah, I be dressing. I got me.
Are you a summer sundress girl?
It depends on where I'm going.
Okay, all right. Ruthie Moore out in the sun. So Ruthie, how was your weekend?
I
I forgot to ask Todd.
don't even know what I did.
Right?
Is that good or bad?
I don't know.
It goes by
That
so
could be
fast.
That
good.
means I didn't do anything. No, I didn't. I didn't.
That
do
mean your
much.
You
cousin. You
rest?
could have
I
been
hope
hanging
you
out with your
rested.
cousin. That mean if you forgot,
I
maybe-
tried to watch Exterminate the Brutes, but I fell asleep. So I'm gonna have to watch
That's
it.
still just hanging out with your cousin.
I'm gonna have to watch it when it's daylight. I think
Yeah, that
because
is
it's so heavy.
It is heavy, and he talks with that like it. He
Big
can
accent.
sleep you. He can put you nice to sleep.
I got to have the captions, but I'm trying to look at the picture and I can't multitask.
Oh really? I didn't know he was that bad. But I'm gonna tell you that exterminate. Let me just tell you this. The world is so funny though, cause somebody recommended to me, Maze, you really need to watch Exterminate the Brutes.
Finally,
And then it was
somebody
like-
said it.
But it was funny because it went in a full circle, like cause I've been talking about it, and then all
Every
of a
day.
sudden, right, and then it's like, hey man, let me put you up on this. That's the story of my life. I'd be like, I told you this.
And every show
then
has
they be-
mentioned it. It's
Had
just,
to-
it's just.
Oh,
every
I'm
show,
talking
every
about.
show.
I'm talking about like in the social media sphere.
Oh.
Like somebody recommended it to me in my inbox, and I was like,
Do you
"Dog."
graciously accept it? Do you say, I already knew?
No, I said thank you. I'm gonna check that out.
We were actually not. You mentioned that, Ruthie. I forgot we watched it. I watched a little of an episode. I think it was 3, and then Han saw it, and then he was like,
Uh-oh.
Let me shave your head.
So yeah, right. So then we watched all of them. So
Man,
How was it?
Did you enjoy it? Unfortunately, no, it's not. That's not something you can say you enjoy.
Yeah.
Were you informed?
it,
You knew.
it was mostly a recap of things. I kind of knew white people were like that. So
Oh, history.
Well,
yeah.
I
And
knew.
it was history.
Thank
yeah.
you for letting us know.
Historical.
You sure don't be acting like it.
Oh,
Good God Almighty.
Shots fired.
Good God Almighty.
Lord DB, it is Monday,
Let me
and
duck.
we getting it cracking. It is crack-a-lacking up in
All
there.
I can tell Ruthie is, you just keep living, girl. Just keep living.
Escobar, how you feeling for Sheezy?
Good morning.
Well, that's good.
Morning.
You're having a good morning. How was your weekend?
Nothing but school.
Nothing but school. You about to wrap that bad boy
One
up
week.
though. Wrapping that bad boy up. You saw Sonia in the back breaking it down. If you watching on camera, you can see Sonia breaking it down because she got one more week. Todd, what'd you do this weekend, man?
We watched 2 episodes of Sky Castle Friday.
What the hell is Sky Castle, dude?
It's our Korean drama.
What the?
No,
No, not at all.
no, not at all. It's actually this is about Korean suicide. They have the highest rate of suicide in the world, and students kill themselves a lot.
That's because their parents be like, you must have straight days.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
I can't take it.
Temple was Friday and night, and we tried to do a double. So I only saw 3/4.
They
of the
never
second
work
one.
for me.
Yeah.
They never work for me. The doubles never work for
I
me.
remember Han saying, "Does Dad sleep?" I could hear him.
Look, I think like Carrie be waiting for me to go to sleep so she could collect the remotes. I put on the show and she'll be like, put the remotes over here though.
Just so I can-
Just
yeah,
put
get
them so
them
I don't
easily.
have to be trying to move your covers and get the
Is
whole
it a
thing.
conversation every time?
Or
Or
it's like, are you
I'm not
sleep?
going to sleep. I swear.
Right. I know, and I
Swear to God.
it's like I be all good. I be feeling bright eyed and bushy tail. And the next thing I'll be like, it'd be credits. How did you like it? It was great. Oh,
Yeah,
it was great. Then I'll be having
Wow.
to get up early and run downstairs and watch it in the morning so I could be engaged in the conversation. All right, y'all. Everybody is in the building, so let's do this. Let's get the soul plane up to 60,000 feet. This is the Maze Jackson Show. We are up, and away. Hey, y'all. Didn't nobody ask
How was
you?
your? Oh.
Thank you. I was waiting for you, Ruth,
All
because
right.
usually you'd be like, wait a minute, Maze,
No, I didn't
how
wanna
was your
interrupt you.
weekend?
I feel like I
and
interrupted
I was like, no, Ruthie today. No, Maze, how was
It's
your
Monday.
weekend?
I'm here.
Right. I was like this. So check this out, y'all. So I had a really interesting weekend. I feel like
Oh, do tell.
I'm getting my swag back. Like, really. Like, getting my swag back, like,
I saw your group picture.
huh? Well, hold on. We're going to come to that, too.
Oh,
see
I
you.
say so on Friday.
That was so long ago.
Friday, I went to shout out to Tori Barrett. He has this new restaurant, The Park, on 55th.
Oh.
We went to that. It was nice. Thank you for the invitation. The wife and I did attend.
It's near the church.
Huh?
Is it near the church?
Yeah, it's right there during his whole thing. His whole little.
Oh, it's that new building.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Shout out to the mayor of University Park, who I ran into there, and he was like, "Man, when you gonna have us on the show?" I was like, "Goodness gracious, hi." Shout out to Maddie. Shout out to State Senator Maddie Hunter, who was like, "I still be." She said just like this too. I still be listening to your ass. I was like, but you be kicking us in the butt. I said, no, Senator, we haven't said nothing bad about y'all this year Since y'all been getting together, I still be listening to y'all. I was like, thank you, Senator.
Good morning, Senator.
I experienced lobster tacos. Do you like lobster?
I do like
Do
lobster.
you like tacos?
Of
I
course.
like tacos.
Do you like lobster, Ruthie?
Yes.
Do you like tacos?
Not together.
I would. Ruth, Sonia, do you like
Not
lobster?
together.
Can I tell you something? That would have been my exact summation. But because I was hanging out with my cousin, it was just like, you know how everything, when
like
you
they
hang
put
out with
it
your cousin, you be
together.
like, I can see that.
Taco.
I'm going to tell you, I experienced lobster tacos, and regardless of whether you don't believe you will like them, do you like corn?
Yes.
Do you like corn?
Everybody likes corn.
Do you like corn?
Anything on a tortilla is delicious.
Okay, I'm just about to tell y'all.
So
So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna pick a day in which thou and thou and thou all have time. At 5 o'clock, we'll go right when it opens, so I can get back to home to get to bed.
PM.
Even though I said this summer, because I will not let my life be dictated by the television or television shows. So I am going to push it to the limit right up to my 11:30 bedtime. But I am going to take you all and treat you all to these lobster tacos. And
I'm good May 5th.
well, maybe that'll be it. But I'm telling y'all
Wednesday.
now, I had lobster tacos and I would have never eaten them, and they were epic. And I was just like, it's one of those things where you want to tell if I could have called y'all and said, hey, y'all come down here right now, get y'all some lobster tacos. So we're gonna have some lobster tacos. Then on Saturday, I went to breakfast. I had a pretty powerful breakfast meeting. It was kind of funny because I went to this breakfast meeting, and so as what I was noticing as the people were gathering at the table at the breakfast meeting that I was at, is that the people around us were like, hey, psst, 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 psst. So it's kind of like one of those things where it was like, wait a minute, they know who he is around these parts.
Ooh.
And people was whispering, and I ran into some people that I knew, and it was like some dots got connected.
I heard you were eating off other people's plates.
Hey, man, you can't I was like, hold on. I was like, well, if I'm paying, I at least should get the bacon. If you're going to just leave 2 unadulterated pieces of bacon there, I'm going to eat those 2 unadulterated pieces of bacon. Got the opportunity to do a ride along with the new mayor or the mayor-elect of Robbins, Illinois. Yo, I think y'all better get ready for a roller coaster ride, because I think something is going down in Robbins, and I think it's going to be a lot of stuff. Woo!
I'm excited.
You should be. You should be too. I'm going to tell y'all. Lots going down. I think we might have a plug. We might got the plug. Then, to culminate this weekend, because, let me tell you. On Sunday, Todd referenced a picture. On Sunday, which is something that we're going to talk about a little bit more at 7 o'clock, I had the opportunity to sit down with I don't even know how to describe it, so I'm going to save it for 7 o'clock. But I had the opportunity to sit down with brothers Tyrone Muhammad, brother Levon Stone, brother Bamani Obadelli, as well as Mark Carter. Did I forget anybody? Tyrone, Mark.
I think you did.
I didn't think I forgot. A meeting that probably very few people in Black Chicago would have expected to happen. And
Yeah.
kind of had to.
Who would have thought?
Who'd have thunk it?
Not me.
We're gonna talk about it a little bit later. Things going on in the world, and I think
It's powerful.
yeah. Beyond that though, you'd be surprised at some of the things that can happen when brothers talk. And
Beautiful.
when we finally figure out how to get the interest of how we can align our individual interests that do not have to be opposed to each other and still be for the advancement of Black people. So I'm excited about that. I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. And I'm also encourage everybody to get your walking shoes on, because we're going to try and work together next Monday for May Day. We'll talk about that, and you'll hear about it all week. Don't forget, we've got our conversation. I was canceling our conversation tonight, but we're going to have it again tonight. And then I've got another special episode on Thursday night where we will talk to those brothers in the picture all in one space. You'll be hearing from all of them throughout the week here on the network as we look to build and go a little bit beyond the discussions we've been having. All right, this is the Maze Jackson Show. Let's do this. Let's take a quick break. We'll finish up we didn't finish the headlines because I don't even think we hit one yet. We'll do the headlines, then we'll do the social media question of the week. I'll tell y'all about the meeting. I don't know if I'm like not. I hope so. I won't tell y'all about the details of the meeting, but I'm gonna tell y'all about the meeting and why I believe it's important and why it's going to be important that group grow for the next meeting. We heard y'all, right? I think everybody heard y'all, and I think that just from the response of people seeing, like, if all of these, if us could get together, then there really shouldn't be no reason that everybody else can't put something and we figure it out. So let me just say, it's a start. Gotta crawl before we walk, and so we want to get some exercises in the mix. Hopefully, starting next Monday, you all will join us for May Day as we ask for the office of Black Americans in Chicago. We ain't gonna be opposed to nobody else's, but if they already got a plan for office of New Americans, what the hell? Why we can't? Y'all have yours. We just want ours too. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
Sissy's Taco Bar Pop-Up is back with more hours and more days. Check them out at their new pop-up location at The Woodlawn, located 1200 East 79th Street. Sissy's Taco Bar offers authentic street tacos infused with international soul. Now every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at The Woodlawn from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. New vegan tacos have been added to the menu too. Visit sissytacobar.com for more info.
Shop at Black-owned and operated Solo Beauty, where you are appreciated and respected. Located at 8158 South Cottage Grove, Solo Beauty can supply all of your Black hair care needs. Solo Beauty is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Tuesday through Saturday.
WBGX.
Oh yeah, dying to come see what you'll do to me. A love song, play this when you love song. Amazing, front and the back looking crazy. I know that you're thinking what I'm thinking. Why you look this good, baby? All to myself, I'm selfish. Around you, I can't help it. You ain't no one else's. You ain't no one else's, yeah. Wondering how did you get here? Taking me for a ride. You came in so unexpected. You make me feel like a love song. Play this when you love song. Your love song, drowning when you jump. Oh yeah, dying to come see what you'll do to me. A love song, play this when you love song. Amazing, yeah. Girl, you're so fun, I would pay it. Killing them selfies, she's slaying. All in my head, it keep playing, yeah. Keeping this real, no faking. She wants something solid. If I'm girl, I think we got it. Oh, wondering how did you get here? Taking me for a ride. You came in so unexpected. You make me feel like a love song. Play this when you love song. Your love song, drowning with
are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I am your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Todd Stroger. I got Ruthie, Green and Black Moore. I got Sonia Escobar.
That's me.
As well. I feel you.
I don't think people can't hear Sonia ad-libs like we can.
Yes, they can. Oh, yes,
Can
they
they?
can. Oh, yes, they can.
Can y'all?
Oh, yes, they can. They can. They definitely can.
I don't think so.
I know for a fact they can. They be like, hey, Sonya be snapping back there.
Oh, I do declare. I apologize.
Oh, you all good? It's like, we got
I don't have an indoor voice.
Neither
do I.
I can't whisper. I can whisper.
Who you think? I don't got no indoor voice neither, right? I be like, hey, y'all. My sister be like, we can hear you. I be like, hey, don't tell nobody. She be like, well, you're telling them. Like, you can't whisper at all. All right, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Todd Stroger, Ruthie Moore, Sonia Escobar, all in the building. We're going to probably be welcoming some new guests into the den. Yeah, we are trying to expand our sphere of influence, the largest black-owned media outlet in Chicago. I'm saying, like, unadulterated ownership. I'm about to get y'all some certificates, right? I ordered the book. So all y'all gonna get y'all things, and then we gonna sign them, and it's gonna say, you are officially, and then I'm gonna be like, y'all gonna be shareholders, but we ain't gonna have, like, a lot of board meetings. Just so y'all know. Right. That's why we got an LLC. That's why we got an LLC, because them board meetings, that's where they always get you tripped up, is at the board meetings.
Do we get $25,000 every board meeting?
25 grand candy bar. Right. I'll break it up. I'll cut that Nestle 100,000 into 4 pieces. Yeah, 25 for you, 25 for you, 25 for you. All right, y'all. Let me run through some of the headlines that went through this week. Don't forget, tonight at 7 p.m., Alderman Michael Scott, Eric Mobley from New Era Chicago, Toussaint Werner. I'm still trying to confirm Mark Quinn McDonald. Mark was going to be on that panel tonight, but we're going to push him to the Thursday night panel because we got a different conversation going on. On Thursday night, Maze Jackson, Mark Carter, Bomani Obedelli, and Levon Stone will be having a black men's conversation. But tonight, we're going to be having another black men's conversation regarding the shooting of the 7-year-old young baby Jaslyn Adams. We got to pay attention to Luis Gutierrez. I think he knew better than to come on here with the talking the smack, but he done went on the anti-Kim Fox campaign. I feel like there was a meeting in the Little Village community or something, because did you see old boy get on the TV the other day and say, Kim Fox, if you do not do what we tell you, we are going to unelect you? And I was like, can you vote? Then he was like, I got my city key card, man.
He said that?
No.
Oh.
Dang, Ruthie, you got to rock with me, rock with me.
Oh my goodness.
You know, let me tell
He's
you.
really out here.
I thought he was in something.
But he did say we
Kim
gonna
Fox
unelect you.
Yeah, she has failed. It says she has failed the Latino Little Village community, or do you say Latino community?
You know, Little Village be like, that ain't us. They probably was like Little Village. Speaking of Little Village, did you know they got first of all, a $600 million investment in Little Village to build the Focus campus, and check this out. The city sold St. Anthony a piece of land for $5 million, which then they sold to a private developer who is going to build their hospital and a whole complex worth $600 million. On that same land is the land where Washburn Trade Academy used to exist. They knocked that down and are going to build a trade center, but it will now be privately owned and operated by the developers of the land.
So, wait a minute.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, so the city
owns the land, the vacant land,
and they sell it to St. Anthony
for $5 million.
St. Anthony sells it for
St. Anthony partners with a development company who is going to
Oh,
put
so
a
St. Anthony will be part of the owners.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
$600 million for a $5 million deal. Now, let me tell you how that works. You got a bomb-ass lobbyist, right?
I know the president's very aggressive.
The president is very aggressive, and he has a very aggressive lobbyist who also has a very aggressive relationship in the Latino community. Some would say he was one of the power three, probably still is one of the power three in the Latino community, the guy, VR. Right? It's like 600, think about that, and then, okay, so as the person who understands lobbying, I'm just saying, like, the deal on that, like, to take a $5 million deal and multiply it times to get to $600 million worth of value, what you think your cut is on that? So when you see the Asians the Indians just bought, this is why Dr. Audrey was so upset, because the Indians just bought Mercy Hospital for $1. Got you all excited, and now they own our healthcare on the South Side. But that's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Because then they're going to do the same thing with the casino, right? Where they say, because the white boys, here, check this out. I got to talk about this casino thing too, because we didn't get to this. But did you see the mayor said that there can be no VGT operations and no video gambling because the rich white boys who want to do the casino say that we don't want no competition? So what they basically what they said is, we're going to build a shiny, gleaming oasis downtown, because it's not a casino. It's a casino resort. They're going to build this, and for us to build it, can't no ninjas make no money nowhere else for the next 5 years until we get ready to make our money.
Downtown, do they have a site?
No, we're going to have multiple. They don't know where the site is, but they plan on opening temporary casinos downtown so that and putting slot machines at the airport. However, again, and then they're going to tell us this BS 26% minority participation, right? But to buy in, you got to have what, $100,000?
Probably.
Right? So to buy into the 26%, so that means that the same 6 people who are partners in the casinos everywhere else are going to just take the money that they made before and put it in, and then they're going to roll out. And once again, we going to have a casino and people making money. Meanwhile, making money, creating a new monopoly, and they telling you this, and then they talking about you got to hire black people and get 26% participation. Now, remember I told you, at the same time, the white boys in the suburbs are cleaning up with the VGTs, right? With those video gaming. Man, I went out to the suburbs this weekend. Do y'all know everybody got some of them video gaming terminals in the suburbs? Like, you go to places to sit down and have breakfast, they got a gambling machine right there.
Like restaurants?
Yes. I'm talking about, we stopped a few places while we was out there. You go in and it's like up to 6, and the people are like, man, these machines are saving our lives. You see all of the Arab corner stores and all the Indian corner stores now putting in these sweepstakes machines. And now the white boys are saying, if you want us to put a casino, no Negroes in the hood can make. Now we find a way to get in, and now they saying no Negroes in the hood can make no money if you want us to make money. Sound like the weed business all over again?
That's what it reminded me of. Eliminate the competition.
Eliminate the competition. Remember, Ben said, I have relate through my political and whatever relationships you probably won't ever be able to get a part of none of this business, because how did I get here already? See? This ain't even on my piece of paper today, so I'm going to stop. But it did tick me off that 500. They took a $5 million investment and guess where this is happening, y'all? Lito Village. After old boy said we just got $37 million for violence prevention and we doubling down. Now the violence ain't going up in the Latino community. Guess where the violence going up at? In the black communities, where they getting double the money in the Latino community. How does that work?
It seems like they are trying to tackle their systemic problems.
At the same time, and they're using the plan, the Office of New Americans to do it. They're using that agenda to do it, to solve their systemic problems. And you know who else is on the systemic problem list? You! Well, Sonia, can you save us, please? I'm just kidding. You know you got love. They're going to put Sonia on our boat. They're going to be like, ride out with the people you came with. I'm just saying, y'all. I was thinking they gonna do it to us again, and they like. She did a whole video about how she gonna cut y'all out. Just saying, like it's part of the reason we got to be able to push back. I think we need to get Neil Bloom on the radio, because you know Neil Bloom has got Rivers Casino. Like all these white guys are specialists in being rich and cutting the Negroes out. Ruthie, why are you rolling your eyes at me? What I do
How
now?
they gonna open up temporary casinos?
That's not unusual. They did that in New Orleans when.
See how Todd.
When
they disenfranchised the black people in New
like,
Orleans.
when did they do that in New Orleans?
So first, New Orleans had riverboats like we did here, and then they moved into we're gonna have a stationary one. So that Harrah's that's downtown. Mm-hmm. Have you ever been to New Orleans?
You know that Harrah's right by. You been to New Orleans?
Oh yeah, I thought you were talking about. Okay.
Yeah, Harrah's, that one that's right.
So before they really built that, they had a temporary, and then when the big one went up, they just closed it.
Here's how they do it, Ruthie, because he didn't explain. What they do is they identify sites, and then they allow the operators to come bring the machines there. So say I find a 1,000-room hotel that's got a ballroom, I'll turn that ballroom into a casino, and we'll set it up, and we'll put tables, and it'll be set up, and you can go there and slot machine and do all of those different things. And then when we build the edifice, then we move all of that and we take it out of there.
Oh, it's the same people. It's not like
Once you get the same people.
Yeah, they get so they gon'
It's probably gonna be a smaller model of what they want to do. That's all.
Yeah. So, but the whole point is, and now they're gonna put them at the airports and everything. Again, no access point. Well, there is an access point, right? But I guess the key has to be for black people to understand that they're going to create another multi-billion-dollar industry that it will really only be accessible downtown, right? And then if we want to participate in that vice, we got to go and do it on their terms. We got to go downtown. You got to spend $50 to park. You gotta go through the security. They gotta look at you crazy as you walk through the casino, and they be like, "What you want to do?" And the person that wants to go bet $20 or $50 in the neighborhood that sits at the local bar or sits at the local place is way different than the person that goes downtown for a night on the town. Right? You go gamble $20, or like whether you go buy lottery, whether you go do that, that's a way different gambler. And they telling you that the black people can't even participate in the hood. So when we finally, no black operators of video. So y'all know when y'all go out to the suburbs and y'all see all them lotties and dotties and pennies and all them places where you could play them games, understand that there's no black-owned ones. None. There's no black-owned operators there. And basically what they do is they give the black person a lease, but they don't get the... Oh. So you get to be part of the owner, but you get the lease. You don't get the... So now we don't get a piece of any of that. Think about the casino's going to do, what, $500 million a year? $1 billion a year? Chicago casino, $1 billion. Let's just say a new $1 billion industry is going to be created with absolutely no black people having access to it. And they're going to find some. You need $100,000 buy-in. And that $100,000 buy-in will pay you 10 times. So you got 100, you'll make $1 million. Now get out of my way, Negro. Really. But here's the crazy part, because I would do that. But who got 100,000 up front? And the white people who get the money to invest have used their interest in all of the other small things that they were able to do to make their money to invest in the big joint. The weed industry redone all over again.
The way it's supposed to work, because They're always making rich people richer.
It's called equity in Chicago.
Yeah. The way it's supposed to work is so only rich people can start this because, like May says, you're going to have $100,000, right? And the way they're supposed to make it equitable is that Ruthie's glass and Tupperware will get a contract with the casino. And that'll be where someone who's not, and a millionaire.
That's how they
gets
count the minority percentage?
Yes. So here's like they get the direct money out the cash machine. Your profit is based on you buying something, selling it to them, marking up and getting 10 cents on the dollar or 20 cents on the dollar in the margins while they just have the waterfall of cash. Now, I'm going to tell my brothers who are watching and my sisters who are watching, right now, the white boys are cleaning up in Chicago with the sweepstakes machines. You go into every corner store and you are now seeing these sweepstakes machines. Low barrier to entry. Small investors can get in and participate in that industry. The challenge is only the white boys got access to the machines. And the Arabs and Indians have locked us out. But if we get a hold of those machines, Black Wealth Initiative, no, I'm serious, because the Black Wealth Initiative got a hold of access to providing black people access to those machines. What they would do is cut us out. But if we were smart, we'd get those machines and then we'd use that as leverage when they go to the casino to say, Dad, you're disproportionately impacting our business. Either give us a piece of the casino or get out the way. Sometimes I feel like I am crazy in my beliefs of what we deserve and what we are capable of. It almost feels like they don't think that we are capable or deserve to participate. Like, y'all, do y'all understand that they got the same machines doing the same exact thing, but because one set of white boys says that the Negroes are going to get into it and they can make their money, we want to make the Negro money. We can't let the black people make the black people money. And then you got it enforced in policy when the white boys lobbyist goes to the mayor and says, now you got to tell these black folks before they even get a start that they can't have no chance of doing nothing because we need to make all the money. For some people that's out of town. Right? Because except for Neil Bloom, who probably gonna get it because he's the mayor's biggest contributor. I ain't mad, but don't tell us we can't eat while y'all feast. Did I do this wrong again? I'm sorry, y'all. Sometimes I get distracted. And I got distracted in this space because it's like they're about to do the weed thing. Like they still ain't figured out the weed thing yet. Right? Remember then remember the mayor put a rope around downtown? Supposedly to protect it, and it really only protected white boys getting rich. This is the same thing with this casino. Like, y'all, they're about to pay. Super Bowl, they made $45 million in one day, 10 white boys. 10 white companies. 45, you heard me tell you last week that the NFL owner said that the way sports betting is going, they won't need the TV money. TV money is multiple billions. It finances everything. And they're saying, do y'all realize that we ain't got there's not a black sports book? So for all of the money, when you want to go sit down at a bar and bet, there's nowhere for a black person to go bet, even in our own neighborhoods. So if you got a neighborhood guy you place even though betting is legal, he can't even get a license to go have a legal place for black people to bet in a multi-billion-dollar industry while we literally have turned FanDuel and whatchamajigam into verbs. Because people be on FanDuel all day, like everything now has a betting component to it. You have none of it. So I'm on this tirade because even as Ricky, Tyrone, Chicago Scene, Chicago Normal, all of the organizations are fighting to get a place of equity in cannabis after they wrote the most open laws that was going to be the example of the world.
Right.
They're right now doing it to us again. And they're celebrating it. Like she did a video that basically said, I'm about to make these white boys rich again and y'all get nothing. Nothing.
You're supposed to, it's similar to what we were talking about before. I was listening to somebody from the state saying that, once they start doing the other stuff, transportation, I can't remember what the other stuff is, but transportation stands in my mind. That's when they think that black people will start to get in.
But that's the bull. Because that ain't where you're not making the direct money. That's what, remember when, Ruthie, when you said, that's how they count the minority.
Right.
So they're going to say, so for you to be successful, you can't grow the plant. You got to buy the trucks, pay for the insurance, do all of this other stuff. And then after you pay for all of that, hope that you got the margins to be successful. Now, you may even make $1 million, but realize that they're already at $3 billion per company. Now you getting ready to talk about some million, and you from Pembroke, so you know how to grow something, or your somebody in your family do. I'm just saying. So there was absolutely nothing hindering you from from participating and being at the same level, right?
The capital.
And let's just say this. Let me say this, Ruthie. If you got a cannabis license, we could get you the capital. But here's my point. You couldn't get the license. So because if you get the license, you can go earn the capital. You show that piece of paper, somebody is going to be like, I got you. I'm in. My point is, they literally wrote laws, as Ben Kovler told us, to box people out, to use tightly regulated industries and tightly regulated laws to exclude everybody else while they wrote the laws so that they could access them. Same thing is happening right now with this gaming. The white boys have told you that you can't make money if they can't make money if the black people make money.
Is that true?
Probably not, because if you look at Louisiana, and let me go in my fake accent. No.
Yeah, pull it out.
If you look at Louisiana, you'll see that they have casinos over, but if you go into a restaurant, if you go to the streetcar, they got a room in the restaurant where they have machines, and you just go in there. They're not owned by the casinos.
Drive down I-57 and stop at any gas station once you get outside of Chicago. And let me just say this. I don't care. This is the thing with the white people is when they say they're down off their profit projection. They're not down. They're just
they're still making a ton of money.
They were planning on making $2 billion. Now they're making $1.5 billion, and you got none. And they like, no, they can't get that 500. They can't even make 50 million.
Right.
Like we don't want them even. We don't even want them Negroes thinking like there is a day that one day they could even hope to. And then forget the casinos. The dudes with the VGTs be like, no Negroes. Oh, so Ruthie, remember how I was telling you about take that drive down I-57?
Mm-hmm.
And you know how you stop in all them gas stations and you look and they got them little gambling rooms, and no matter what gas station I done stopped at on the way down south now. It was a stool, everybody sitting there hitting them buttons, right? How about this?
With their coffees and pops.
Out of all of that, guess what? None black owned.
Of course.
Like, think about that. Do you know Illinois has more gaming positions than Las Vegas? None black owned. And then they put all the rules. If you had a felony, you can't get it. How many black people can't? Right? It's so many rules and regulations. And then to even apply for the license, guess how much money you need?
$100,000.
$250,000.
That's real money.
You need $250,000 to apply to get 6 little machines. So they tell you, no, don't be an owner, just rent. We'll put them in. We'll pay you a percentage, but you can't never own.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the green side of things. It's your man, Sadiq.
And Cassiopeia.
And we need you to like,
comment,
and share
that thing
every Tuesday and Thursday from 1
to 3 p.m. on
What's in It for the Black People Media.
Introducing your trusted source for high-quality Black emojis, better known as Blackmoji. We believe Black is beautiful, and that beauty should be reflected in the digital market. Now there is an app that does just that, starting with Black Greek letter organizations. Blackmoji D9 offers more than an emoji app. It is a cultural experience of Black excellence. Download the app in the Apple or Google Play Store to access a specially curated catalog of emojis representing the Divine Nine. Use the emojis to celebrate Black Greek events, acknowledge current events, support social causes, and learn about esteemed Black Greek members who blaze the trail of Black history. A portion of every subscription goes toward a scholarship fund specifically for members of Black Greek letter organizations to help keep the legacy alive. Download the Blackmoji app today.
So fun, I would pay it. Killing them selfies, she's slaying. All in my head, it keep playing. Yeah, keeping this real, no faking. She wants something so yeah. If I'm being honest, girl, I think we got it. Oh, wondering how did you get here? Taking me for a ride. You came in so unexpected.
Tell them. May said, we want to know what's in it for the black people.
If I tell them to blow, I keep that metal close. That's how we ride in Chicago.
Alderman Lopez, welcome back to the Maze Jackson Show. The mayor has a very peculiar way she's dealing with this, and I'm trying to understand why does it seem like we're handling this with kid gloves.
The reason that she's not going after the root cause, which is gangs, the reason she's not calling out the silent enablers, as I tweeted out the other day, is because those are many of the same people that she relied on to get elected. I'm talking about the not-for-profits, those that reach out for grants and try to be the intermediaries in a community to try and bridge some of these anti-violence groups, things of that nature. These organizations that say they're trying to build bridges oftentimes are the ones that are enabling the gang lifestyle and allowing it to go unchecked and not holding accountable the individuals causing the violence in the neighborhoods. Those same partners, which she funds, which she relies on, were unceremoniously all pimping themselves out at a press conference. Ooh. Saying nobody said a word about gangs, but what they did say is that we need more money for the programs that we offer to help stop the violence. And clearly for more money to go to organizations that are working against the residents of the city of Chicago.
Alderman, how did y'all approve $37 million to go to one ward for violence prevention? $37 million? I don't think there's been a $37 million investment in anything black.
When these amendments to the budget and when these programs come before us, and I've asked the last time that these were proposed by the administration, what metrics are we using to ensure that everyone with their hand out was not still enabling gangbangers in the middle of the night? And oftentimes have intervened on behalf of gangbangers, particularly in the Latino community. When you see in other communities, like the black community, when you start doling out contracts to, say, Metropolitan Family Services, and now they're responsible for doling out to organizations to come into neighborhoods like, for example, West Englewood, contract out to organizations that have no connection to a community, build no bridges to a neighborhood, but get $300,000 to stop violence.
The most dangerous show in the morning. You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For the black people, cause economically we are not equal. Waking up to lies, can't doze no more. I told y'all, yeah, this a dangerous show. Don't go to church if you ain't trying to help us. Don't even try to be around and can't protect us. We see the lies, not other politicians. We need money and no symbolism. It's Maze, it's Sonia, and Ruthie, and Todd, explaining how we all come from God, giving us tools to beat the odds. If we're united, our movement gon' stop. If they ain't tryna help us, they ain't tryna do nothing. We gotta do something, we gotta stop running. It's time to confront the problem. Really, you expect your oppressed to solve them.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Todd Stroger. Ruthie in the green and black. Give me my money, Mo. Sonia Escobar. She like, oh, y'all keep on talking. I'm just do my job. I have me some snacks. She's like,
jelly donut.
Okay, yeah, okay. Todd Stroger in his oversized
What were
fleece.
y'all talking about?
We were talking about what we're about to talk about right now. Okay. So I think I'm going to. So, gentlemen, start your engines. Going to tell everyone. Last night. So y'all asked me what I did this weekend. I did a lot this weekend. I got a lot accomplished this weekend, but probably nothing more significant this weekend than the meeting that I was honored to be invited to yesterday. So I'm going to have a I'm gonna describe all the stuff to y'all, but let me say that I don't say it very often, but I do recognize that there are people in Chicago, particularly in Black Chicago, that have a voice. And that voice or those voices can help or hurt our community, even in the midst of us trying to, quote unquote, fight for our people. I think when you look back at one of the reasons that we talk about, remember when we had Luis Gutierrez on last week and I said, you can't say Harold Washington? And he was like, I don't know what to say then. I don't, you took it, he was my father. I was like, nah, dog, no more. Because the beefs that were born throughout the Harold Washington era, in my estimation, were a significant hindrance to Black Chicago moving forward. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, I think so.
I think that I'm not going to say that's where the House and, the regular and all that good stuff happened, because Harold Washington was a regular Democrat, quite frankly, part of the Democratic Party. But anyway,
he worked with all the Black people.
During that, one of the things that happened is the fallout from that time has led to rivalries and discontent and relationships, and I don't mess with that dude, and factionization of Black Chicago. And I would tell you that those are the lessons that a lot of us who are part of trying to move Chicago forward with were birthed in. We were forged in that fire of divisiveness, of them Negroes over there and them Negroes over there, and into the tribalism. And I would say that for as self-righteous as I try to position myself, I could be petty Pendergrass too. And so I can say that I have not always used my platform for the good. I can also say that there have been times when I have used it as a tool of meting out media justice, as I thought. But I don't know if that pettiness has always been productive for the betterment of Black Chicago. I think if you saw how State Attorney General Kwame Raoul and I started kind of with us fighting, and people, I would tell you that was one of the highest rated shows, and people loved the fact that we got into it, right? And I'm going to tell you that I walked around with some sort of chip, some sort of pride that I took him on and I got him all riled up and got him ready to get at me and right? And I thought about, there was a time after that when Attorney General Raoul could have smashed my hopes, dreams, and he was a bigger man. And now if you notice, Attorney General Raoul and I, he has an open door here, right? Don't always agree, but I must tell you that it is much better to have the Attorney General as an ally than an enemy. Just in business and strength and just trying to get things done for Black people, can I tell you it's a much better relationship when you can pick up the phone and call and not have to be in a fight, but how we can be assets to each other.
Oh, is that him?
No. So I was invited to a meeting by Mark Carter. What? But I'll tell you that Mark and I squashed our differences last year. I don't think people paid attention, but we decided to squash our differences last year. Shout out to Tamiko Holt, president of West Center for the Black People, who brokered that. Mark called me up, and y'all heard us. We were talking about the Office of New Americans last week, right? Literally the plan, and as I've been crossing stuff off, they like 50% done with the plan. Which means that, hey, y'all, if you wasn't at the meeting, if you wasn't at the table, then you on the menu. And after reading the plan, I recognized that what was happening in Chicago for black folks is bigger than any petty argument or beef that I have. Because when I looked at that, they didn't say, oh, well, it's the plan for everybody but Maze. It's the plan for everybody but Mark. It's the plan for everybody but Tyrone. It's the plan for everybody but Vaughn. It's the plan for everybody but Obadell. No. The plan for New Americans wrote all of us out. So what I look like having petty beef when it's time, when they trying to cut the whole thing. So Mark invited me to a meeting. At the meeting, myself, Tyrone Muhammad, Bomani Obadelli, LaVon Stone. Did I miss anybody? I said Mark, right?
Mm-hmm.
With the goal of living what we all talk about in our silos. I would tell you that as I talked to each one of those brothers yesterday, I had absolutely no doubt that in spite of our individual beefs or problems or pseudo problems, because in some cases, we was like, I don't even know why. I just did. Because that's just kind of the way we were bred. Is you put alpha males in a space, not alpha males like you, Todd, but like you put strong black men in strong black wills, and for whatever reason, the instinct is not to come together. The instinct is to be like, I'm going to dominate this space. So whether we're all in the same cage, we would rather beat each other to get to the door instead of collaborating to break the cage down and go out. So we were invited to a meeting yesterday. I was invited to a meeting yesterday, and I'm going to be honest with you, I thought a lot about going, not going. But who am I as the guy who gets on every single day? We ask the question, what's in it for the black people? And an opportunity to literally do more than talk about it, but be about the black people was yesterday. So yesterday at 1 o'clock, supposed to be 12:30. Yesterday at 1 o'clock, all of those bodies convened. And I'll tell you, it was a tense moment. It was tense. Very tense. Very, 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 very tense, because I will tell you that there has been, in some cases, 5, 6, 7 years of back and forth. But then what was crazy was in that same room were 20 to 30-year relationships that by default stopped the nuclear options. So I want to shout out to my man Von Stone for being there. Y'all see Von around a bit. He runs Aclavis. You see him in a wheelchair, but we met 20 years ago when he was still trying to figure out the violence prevention, and was a combination of violence prevention and gangbanging. Right? 20 years. It's gone. Actually, yesterday said, man, I learned about politics from you and Obadelli. We met at around the same time. They've gone on to create a space in the violence prevention space for black folk. Von kind of utilizing his skills in gang mediation, utilized that same skill set in mediating a relationship. And I'll be honest with you, there was a lot of ego in the room. None probably greater than my ego. But I saw yesterday something that I have not seen in a very long time, which is everybody putting their ego to the side for the benefit of us. Tyrone Muhammad and I got to the bottom of the fact that I didn't even know him. But the genesis of whatever perceived beef it was. And we got through it. Didn't really have no beef with Von. Didn't really have no beef with Mark because we had worked through that. But I'm going to tell you, and I'm saying this online, y'all saw it in Politico. We have been, it literally between myself and Bamani Obedelli, there was a blood feud. Right? Like anytime we could cause each other damage, we did. Probably the only saving grace was our connection through LaVon Stone, which kept everybody from being like, he'd be like, man, that's my man, which was a great position. But I want to tell you that yesterday, after airing all of our differences, and I'm going to tell you, that was some hard conversations in there. And can I also tell you, and I'm going to be straight up, for the record, the genesis of the beef with myself and Obedelli was on me for some circus tickets. Wasn't my fault, but the interns, damn interns, but I take full responsibility for that. But after, and when you think about how simple those things are, and what the genesis of these relationships that could have helped hinder our community, or hinder, and I'm not going to say that those people in the room is going to change Black Chicago. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is that those people in the room have some of the most prolific voices in the city currently and over time. And those voices talking in unison as compared to being distracted by each other and not focusing on who the real enemy is, has set us back. And I think when you think at the combined spheres of influence of everybody there, saying there is, like we had the Black Greeks, the y'all destroyed our, all of that stuff was on the table. And I think we came to the agreement yesterday that we all are working together for the liberation of Black people. And before we allow any person externally, because can I tell you, the most gas I've gotten to have beef with anybody has not really been from them directly. It's been from somebody pouring the fire on, pouring the gas on, calling and be like, you see what he said? No, I don't see what he said because I don't even look at this. Well, you know what this happened. And what I recognize, and I think everybody in that room recognized, is that as long as they know that these groups remain fighting, they straight. Let me tell y'all what. But if there was y'all see Tyrone, have y'all seen Tyrone Muhammad's facility? Mm-mm. I think this brother got like 30,000 square feet. Offices, phone banks, conference rooms, meeting rooms, everything you need to be a functioning, not for one, but for everybody. When you look at what Aclifis has done, and you see that their fight is that all of the violence prevention money is going to the Latino community, and you combine that with the fact that they got this Office of New Americans, and we heard Mike Rodriguez say he got from $0 to $37 million just for one community. And you ain't seen no $37 million. And how is the violence going up in the Black community, but the money is going to the Latino community? Now, I'm not here to breed. Here's what I'm saying. They're doing it to us as we fight each other. And I think yesterday's agreement was the beginning of the reconvening of Black Chicago. Now, yesterday was important because we all have various spheres of influence, right? Yes, we reach a different audience and everybody's got their spheres of influence. But as we seek to come together and start to reach out to the other leaders, and I'm talking about all the black leadership of Chicago. I'm talking about the national panhandles and not the and figuring out where our intersections are with all of these organizations. I'm not kicking Push to the curb. I'm not kicking Urban League but understanding who we are and how we fit in this ecosystem and where we're moving collectively. But I don't think that could have happened without the air being cleared. And I think there's going to be a variety of people that have beefs and air that needs to be cleared. And I think that there's a forum and a facility to do that. But I'm going to tell you that yesterday was the first time in at least 6 years that I have been optimistic on the other side of the line. Like y'all, something is happening in this world right now for black folks. Ruthie called it out when she had John Kent and Zahra, and I couldn't necessarily get my head around them. She's like, white supremacy is coming to an end. How you feel?
I ain't quite say it like that.
Okay. Okay. Well, that I like to embellish. How do you feel knowing that your powers? And I was just thinking, like, yesterday, I don't think that, I think black folks were encouraged to see the people that probably all of us have touched in some way, shape, or form in a beneficial way, regardless of our styles, saying if we can put it down, then y'all can put it down. We can all come together, right? From the block to the boardroom, from the Black Greeks to the traditional organizations, right? I recognize that there has been disrespect, fights, beef, screams, people done been called out their names, all of it. And I recognize that some of that is going to be hard to get by. But that's why there's more than one person, right? We ain't going to always get along, and there's going to be times and it's going to take some healing. But the reality is we have to start. And if the guys with the biggest mouths, the biggest platforms can do it, somebody's got to take the lead. Now, we want to expand the group, right? Because it's not about 4 people. It's not about, like, honestly, right now we're trying to clear roadblocks. So, y'all going to look around and people going to say, where was the women at?
Ain't nobody even said that.
I'm so glad y'all did.
Not yet. We just gonna see what y'all gonna do first. We'll give y'all a chance before we gotta step in.
So, you know what though? I'm not going to I'm gonna laugh and cry. Nah, I'm not gonna cry because I don't cry.
Because you don't cry.
But I am going to say that there was a concerted effort on this weekend to heal some man stuff, right? To get to some, because it is. Y'all, we don't think that this thing is going to happen without men. Not to denigrate anybody else, but black men got to reestablish their space in the thing. And I don't think it requires us to be at beef with women. I don't think it requires us to, I think that we know there's things that need to be done in our community. So we about to get to it. We got to start. As I think about this, I am encouraged and inspired. But I think now is time for us to start to work together. So I'm going to tell y'all about May Day. May Day, May 3rd, next Monday. Our first attempt at working together. Right? Because yesterday, you know how you go to the meeting, everybody be like, man, we gonna knock down the world and we gonna take over the government. And it was like, let's start something simple. No, let's start with something simple. Like, let's ask our people in our spheres of influence to join us not to be against anybody, but to demand that we get the same resources that they are giving everybody else. And so,
unify to neutralize threats.
What? Say that again, Ruthie. Can you be all right? Well,
I thought the women couldn't do nothing.
You could write. You could be the secretary.
You can write and bring snacks.
You could be secretary.
No, but I was just saying, like, that's true unity, because you have to be able to come together to neutralize threats. And if everybody can collectively get together to say, okay, this is a threat that we need to come together to neutralize, then I think we can't lose. If we all can agree on neutralizing the same threats, we concentrate our power and it's over with.
See, look at that. 48 laws of power too. See, I saw in that 48 laws of power, because it's like have an enemy, even if you got to make one.
Right.
But they done already went 50 Cent down this list. So let me say this. Black Chicago, there is a written plan. Like, we're not making this up. You saw it? Did you see it?
The Office of New Americans?
Uh-huh. Did you see the written plan?
I looked at the executive summary.
Uh-huh. What you think?
Wow. I agree with Mark Carter. Just put black in everywhere, and we can have a plan.
So let's do this. When we come back, I want to talk about that. And I don't want to talk about the obstacles to unity. I want to talk about what we need to do to continue to unify. Because next, on Monday, like, we all trying to get downtown and make our voices heard. I think it'll be, and regardless of your issue, like this Office of New Americans, we don't got to be against it, but give us ours. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break. You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning.
Our Attorney General, Kwame Raoul.
I have reached out to the Hospital Association and the Med Society to talk about how proactively we can talk about implicit bias in healthcare and begin to address the situation system-wide, because I've also simultaneously directed my civil rights team to begin to look at that and look at ways that it may have manifested itself. We've done so historically with regards to the nursing home industry, where you've had some nursing home owners that staff disparately. So if they're in a black community, they won't have much staff as they will in a white community. We've taken that on from a civil rights standpoint, and we're prepared to take on other instances of implicit bias in healthcare.
Utilizing your office to investigate civil rights and healthcare as a civil rights issue. That's actually pretty powerful, and it demonstrates how we have to be working in coordinated efforts with our elected officials in places and positions of power.
Hey, sunshines. If you didn't catch the last page in the Book of Dawn, here's what you missed.
So you found that, but you also, during those times, made a conscious decision to create a base for yourself outside of the Isleys or the great artists that you tour with. And from that, the Mo Fitz Project was born. Can you tell us how and why you did the Mo Fitz Project?
Let me tell you something. I had been touring since I was 17. And what happened was your girl Eve, was doing different events around town. Mm-hmm. And I remember it was right on 47th Street.
Yeah, I think it was Blue 47.
Yeah, one of those spots. So Eve was doing something with them. So they were like, we're hiring bands. I was like, I'm going to put something together and go play local. Let me do that. And through that situation from Eve, the Mo Fitz Project was birthed. I was like, oh, okay, this would be great to actually come home and put quality guys together and make music locally outside of the touring. I just found another joy in it. And crazy, remember Terrence Kane came up with the Mo Fitz.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Terrence was like, you need to call it the Mo Fitz, Ruthie. Mo Fitz. Use your name. This is how that name came about. It was Terrence Kane and my girl Eve Bridgeworth. She was the launching pad for that. And then she would hire me to do different events. And she started hiring me to do weddings and stuff she was doing. And then it just kind of birthed into that.
Don't forget to tune in weekdays, 9 a.m. to the Book of Dawn from the What's in It for the Black People Media Studios. Roll Tide, y'all.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Todd Stroger. Sonia Escobar in the building. Ruthie Hey, Ruthie, do me a favor. Will you turn that phone on? Sonia Escobar, let's open up the phone lines. 312-872-259-7474. 872-259-7474. I want to talk about this whole concept of black unity, and I want to ask, can we get your organization involved? We are going down, it's called May Day. Next week, we are going down to we're starting at the Chicago Housing Authority, but it really is about us controlling our own narrative, controlling our own fate. See, there's the Office of New Americans. If you tuned in last week, we found out that the city of Chicago is planning to create, not planning, they're 50% of the way done with a plan to make immigrants the new face of Chicago. Now, that's just not Latinos. That's all the immigrants. And when you think about all the resources and everything that they are allocating to this community, look at you maneuvering. Like, that's like the obstacle course. What's that show? American Ninja. Wait, hold on. What was it?
American Ninja Warrior.
You watch that?
I do.
Do you? Do you be trying to do ninja kind of ninja stuff in your backyard? Do you like swing and do you still do like
acrobatics and
stuff? Like if you see a set of monkey bars, are you allowed to call them monkey bars anymore?
What, the monkey's gonna be upset about this?
Well, I'm saying, but black people swinging on the monkey bars. Hey, y'all, the phone lines are open. Ruthie say, I know you. Last week you was like giving us a hard time when you was like, could you tell people the number though? They like when you say it slow.
872-259-7474.
That's right, 872-259-7474. We are opening up the phone lines because look, we're trying to get some black unity going, and I actually am hoping that we can get some black organizations, men, women, whoever, to join us coming downtown May 3rd. We are going to, let me see where we meeting at. Now, Mark, you ain't put the address?
It's a secret.
We gonna meet at CHA, but he don't got the address. 60 East Van Buren at Wabash, Van Buren and Wabash. Next Monday, 10:30 a.m. I'm asking all of the What's in It for the Black People family, if you got an opportunity to come down, join us in this march. Let's be socially distanced. Let's be safe. Bring your mask. And if there's an issue that you want to advocate for, bring your own sign. But we all coming down as a show of unity. 872-259-7474. Do you think it's possible for black people in Chicago to unify? Ruthie, you said it. You think we unify? Why are you making that?
I just wonder what your sign gonna say.
What's in it for the black people?
The Wiftaba sign.
I'm gonna make a sign. I'm gonna say, we actually will distribute Wiftaba signs. So if you need a sign and you just want a What's in it for the Black People sign, we already have them printed so you can get those. But I do think like I am gonna say something. I'm gonna be like, yo mama now. I'm gonna have something. I don't know. But Ruthie, why you say what? Do you think it's possible for black people in Chicago to get together after all of these years? Give us a call, 872-259-7474.
I think I am optimistic. I have been concerned about what unity is going to look like amongst black people. I've been a little concerned about the hijacking of the unity. So that's always my concern, is people hijacking the unity.
Yeah, that too. So I think we got to...
But let me tell you why I think it's possible, though. I think it's possible because if y'all can sit down and at least start off having conversations related to like real personal... I mean, I'm talking about cut down to the core beef.
So I
think that...
I felt like Iyanla Vanzant was there. So
if you can get over that, really that first step, in benefit of the, everybody, I think we off to a great start, because I think it'll enable people. Okay, so you ain't asked me for none of this, but I think sometimes there's like a level of vulnerability that it takes in order to really build community and build unity.
Ooh, I'm gonna tell you, yesterday it was tough.
And
it was like,
because you have to recognize hurt and harm
And you can't say that in front of no dude.
That's
like, dog, you like that joint hurt. Like, I ain't gonna even lie, yo. That was some tough stuff happening yesterday. And I feel like it was one of those moments where you gotta get, like, your ego is like, man, I've been at war with this dude. Get it. You don't want to say that hurt my feelings because you feel like if you drop your card, it's like, man, then dude gonna hit you right back in the gut.
You're mean.
Yep, I'm not mean.
So that's why I think it's possible, because you have to be able to break down some of those barriers, and nobody wants to appear to be weak, but I actually think that it's actually strength, because in order for people to come together, you might have to put down some of your guards, which might make you individually seem weak, but together everybody is stronger.
Yeah, see, that's that girl stuff. Todd!
That girl stuff.
That's that girly stuff. Talk about some. I'm telling you, man. I was like, all right. I'm gonna tell you, Todd. What you think, man? First of all, yeah, what you think?
First of all, what do I think?
No, I changed my first of all to what you think?
Okay. Oh, well, no, I definitely think that we can work together and not be sabotaged. Because people know there's always outside forces pushing. But, if there's, well, like you have a group of 5, right?
Oh, you talking about yesterday? Yeah, that's 5.
Yeah.
But that's an expanding group. We want everybody. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, the key is to keep the majority together no matter what, and to block everything else. And shoot, I know it can be done.
872-259-7474. 872-259-7474. Yesterday, Maze Jackson, Bomani Obedelli, LaVon Stone, Mark Carter, dang nabbit. LaVon Stone, Mark Carter. Did I count? LaVon Stone, Barack Obedelli. Did I say Barack Obedelli? Bomani Obedelli. No shade, brother. Von Obedelli, Maze, Mark, all met yesterday. Did I forget somebody? I don't think I forgot anybody.
Just charge it to your head, not your heart.
Yeah, I'm gonna just tell you. Oh, Big Dave was there. But we met to put our swords down against each other and recognize our external enemy. You know, I say, like, we always have, black folks got internal issues, but we cannot allow the internal issues that we have to allow people to destroy us from the outside. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Can we achieve black unity? I believe so, and I think this is the beginning. Go to the live line. Brother Frank, you're on the Maze Jackson Show, 872-259-7474. Good morning, Brother Frank.
Good morning, Brother Maze and Brother Todd and Sister Ruthie and Sonia. How y'all doing?
Morning.
Great.
Hey, this is a great question, social media once again. And I think, yes, we can unify to the point we have no choice. We're going to have to. Because if we don't unify behind something like this and this comes down the pipe and we get left off, it's like the brother said, we are done deal here, okay? We need to shout loud. I'm glad this pandemic is slowing down. We can come out like this. This mayor needs to be let known by us that we are not satisfied with how she has done everything and anything Pacific Taylor may desire for every other community except for ours. She has done nothing for us whatsoever. Okay, I'm not going to be a mayor basher because I did vote for her, but if this go down like this, there's no way in the world I could ever vote for her again. If she is the only black on the ticket, I'm not going to hold my nose to vote for her. I'm not going to vote for her. I'm just going to say, no, you can't say I voted for her. All the way from the LGBTQ community all the way across the CPD, Chicago Police Department, when she gave $281 million to in this climate of defund the police, which I can mean restructure police funding. Okay, this would devastate us. She will go down in my book for black people, the worst mayor in the history of Chicago, because not only has she not done anything for us, she is contributing to our demise, and she looks like us. We got to put a stop to this. We got to unite. We can't unite behind this, okay, and accomplish this, then we deserve to get our butt kicked. I think we can unite. We're going to have to, man. We're going to have to, because this is devastating.
Thank you, Brother Frank.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. So let me also say this, right? I'm going to tell you right now, like right now, the last thing that anybody from any community, ally or not, wants to see is black people coming together. I think that there are people that enjoy our dysfunction even as they walk amongst us, because our dysfunction raises their profile. We can't allow that. You all have to do the blocking and tackling. What we agreed yesterday was nobody is going to be able to put the cables on us against us.
Mm-hmm.
You got my phone number. You pick up the phone and you call me. There will be no sneak dissing on the Maze Jackson show of people. I will have that conversation with my brother. Now, let me also say that this is not a closed circle. This is a growing circle. Can I point something out to y'all real quick? Can you imagine if you had a meeting as an elected official scheduled with that group of people? Can you imagine that meeting? I'm telling you that I don't know what we can't get accomplished. I think part of what has to happen is we have to understand what people see, because every black organization ain't an ex-offender organization, just like it ain't a violence prevention organization. Some people are businesses. So we have to understand what their interest is, but as long as they moving with us on the path, we have to bring them in. So I'm going to tell you, there'll be groups like 100 black men that need to be involved. There will be groups like Phi Beta Sigma, the National Panhellenic Council, Delta Sigma Theta Alpha, even the Alphas. We know y'all want to cook. No, I'm just playing. And I think the other part we have to do with each other is stop trying to figure out how to judge what our contributions are. Right? Everybody has their level of commitment to being a part of what is happening. Right? And so we need to understand that. And we need to say, okay, we know that when the NAACP come, we know where they going. We know when their point comes up, they might hop off the train. It's okay, because we knew it going in. The challenge we have right now is we really don't even know each other as a community. We know each other through social media posts. Right? We have a rate, and this is no shade at all. We have seen people create their relevance or prominence based on their social digital presence. They are influencers. They have followers. They have people that will do things. It is now, how do we get all of those people going towards the same direction? So, what we agreed to do is lead by example. Now, I'm going to ask you all every single day to mount up with us all together. Can you imagine that, what it looks like on Monday? When it ain't no fights amongst the black folks, when Mark ain't cursing Reverend Jackson out, right? And I ain't snapping because Obadeli is over there, and all of the faces and all of the white folks that have been used to us all fighting and denigrating each other look up and say, wait a minute. And when the people pop up in our conversations and start trying to fan the flames of disunity, we know what our beefs are. We have collectively come together, just like everybody else does, to say, hey, y'all, they can't come over here beating on us. They can't come over here selling us a fake dream. And I'm asking y'all to join us. I'm asking you all to join us next Monday. Now, Ruthie, can I write you a letter? Because I'm just telling you, every time I go somewhere, they be like, where that Ruthie at? They do. They be like, Ruthie the real one. Ruthie the real soldier on y'all show. I be like, first of all,
I just be talking.
Ruthie I'm telling you, Ruthie be. Anyway, so Ruthie, we need you to come because you know.
At the march?
Yep.
Y'all know, let me request time off work.
Could you please request time off work? I'm just telling you. Todd?
Yeah, wait, it ain't gonna be virtual?
Nah,
virtual march.
It ain't virtual?
Yeah, you want me to carry your computer screen? I ain't got that much battery life. Todd? I know you got a lot going on, man, but we gonna expect to see y'all down there. I'm asking for Izwiz. I'm asking for Book of Dawn to broadcast live. I'm asking for, look, Sonia, I'm asking you to record the spots, right? I'm asking for you to, because I want all the voices of Chicago. I want all the black leaders of Chicago to come here and record a spot, a black unity spot. I don't care what you talk about. But we're going to use the platform the way that it was meant to be, what its origin was. As an opportunity to rally, to communicate with our people. I told y'all a lot of times I've been back and forth over getting my personal beefs out of the way of the station, which I feel like I've done a very good job of for the most part. But we can always do more and we can always do better, and so I'm striving to be a part. Let me go to the phone line. Raj, you're on the Maze Jackson Show. Hello? Caller?
Hey, good morning. This is Ron, guys.
Oh, Ron, we ain't talked to you in a minute, man. Ron, don't you be don't be raining on my don't rain on my parade, Ron.
I'm listening every day, but hello to the whole team. And you asked the question, can we unite? We either unite or we perish. Simple as that. So I'll definitely be there. And maybe just want to commend you by setting an example of all you guys. And I'm really personally happy hear about you and Obadelli, who is a good friend of mine. So, and we've actually had differences in the past. So these things happen. But, and like you said, it's a start. It's a start. So I'll be there, but I'll also be reaching out to people that I keep in contact with that I have maybe some little influence over, can provide some direction. So, again, just a wonderful idea. Keep it up. We support you and we support the whole idea. That's the thing. It's the idea. And you just have to get people behind the idea. So, but one thing about it, it's a unifying idea. And so that's the most important thing. So you all have a wonderful day, and I'll be there on Monday. Thank you.
Ron, thank you. I mean, y'all, I want y'all to come out. Right? The last time we assembled like this was over the murder of Laquan McDonald. Right? Since then, and I'm not suggesting there haven't been rallies. I'm not suggesting that there haven't been Black Lives Matter marches. I think we've marched for George Floyd. We've marched for everything and everybody. White folks have hijacked as Ruthie has talked about, that unity. But I think that throughout this pandemic, we have been disproportionately impacted. We've been talked about. We've been talked around. You think about what has happened. We died the most. We made the least money. We were priced out of the cannabis industry. Then we turn around and see that there is a document that says that this is all in the writing. This was all in the books. They knew what they were going to do. So I'm asking everybody, right? Monday, 10:30 a.m., 60 East Van Buren at the CHA building. We're going to ask you to come join us all. Like this week, so this Thursday night, right here live on What's in It for the Black People Media, myself, Bomani Obadelli, Mark Carter, Tyrone Muhammad will all be here. Oh, and LaVon Stone will all be here discussing and having a conversation so y'all can see it in real life. Throughout this week, though, you will also hear from all of those people right here on the station. I'm wondering, can we get you and your organization? And I'm talking about, like, ain't no name calling. Ain't no you, the black bourgeois elite. Like, they didn't say we protecting the Afrostocracy. Hey, aldermen, guess what? Hey, state reps, hey, state legislators, all of y'all is in. They didn't say except for. That's all of y'all. That's all of us. You have an opportunity to stand with your people. Like, no name calling, you have an opportunity not to. This is not against anyone, right? Ain't nobody saying take away the office or nothing. All we're saying is treat us equally. Now, I got to ask, who's coming with us? Who is willing to stand up for black people? What black people are willing to stand up for black people? Black people. This ain't no people of color. This is pure and simple black self-interest. And for anybody to tell us they can't do it when they've got it in writing, I like really nice, neat. Ruthie, you was talking about you turning in people papers and stuff. You it was a great hustle. Mm-hmm. I used to type papers over and over and over again or rewrite stuff because I like it nice and neat. And I was talking to Mark about this, and he was like, he's not even going to retype the paper. He just want to scratch out immigrant and put black, thus illustrating that we ain't asking for nothing different. And so if you can deny us, you got to tell us why. And then we got to say, are we willing to accept that? And what is the consequence? Now, I tell you individually, one of us saying, what's the consequence? They be like, oh, we got that. Mm-hmm. We got him. But can you imagine all of us? So all the upscale, bourgeois, elite to the in the gutter, right? Like that meeting yesterday spanned the whole plethora. And in the plan, they didn't say whether you was from the low end or the upper end. They said the plan for new Americans. Let me go to Raymond. Raymond, you're on the Mace Jackson Show. Good morning. Hello?
Hello.
Go ahead. You're on, Raymond.
Hey, what's up? This is Tyrone Muhammad. How you doing?
What's up, Tyrone Muhammad? Tyrone, good to talk to you this morning. What's going on, my brother?
Man, nothing, bro. Just listening in to the show, brother. And thank you for coming out to our center yesterday. Man, we had a great conversation. And with that being said, I'm encouraged, and I hope that if we could deal with our beefs and petty differences, I hope to be able to then turn around and broker the same way we do in the streets with the young homies sliding on each other and shooting each other. If we as so-called leaders and voices in the city can't do what we asking them young homies to do, then we are hypocrites. We're hypocrites to our community. We're hypocrites to these little homies who we always passing judgment on, and why they have, and we know that a lot of these little homies are out here on Facebook creating fake beef that ultimately turns to a permanent situation, whether they're in the graveyard or whether they're in the prisons. And oftentimes, innocent people become victims of our petty differences and beef. And in this sense, our women need us to clear the airways of our petty beefs and differences so that they can have an opportunity to thrive in this city as well. But if we can't protect them because we got petty beefs and differences, then, man, it's clear that we destroy or we done as a people. Forget the Officer of New America. I'm telling you, immediately we're done. So we won't have even an opportunity to attack anything like that because we can't even get our collective unity together and strength and put away our petty differences. And my beef has always been with what I believe was our elders selling us out and leaving us nothing in return to have what we have pride in calling our city our own. That's why these little homies are operating in maneuvers of terrorism against our communities. Every corner, every block is at civil war because we as men haven't reined in our sons. So as lions, and he's watching these little nomads running wild, and we standing back watching as lions, it's time for us to put our pride back together and slap a few cubs. But we got to first come together to as lions to put our beef down so we could control black interests. So that's what I say to that.
Hey, so let me say that. We expect that we'll be hearing more from you, brother, on a regular basis. As one of the lions roaming the streets. And I'm going to tell y'all, that brother has a tremendously impressive facility that he has offered up, right? And I'm going to think that if you got something going on and you trying to meet or you trying to get yourself together, y'all need to reach out to that brother, because when I went in there, I was like, well, damn. Make a brother feel small. You be like, dang, we could have got the radio station over here or something. Look, y'all, that is Brother Tyrone Muhammad. You tune in. He'll be here on Thursday night as we have a round table of the brothers. We're going to continue these conversations. Let's do this. Katie, I see you up there. I'm going to still take your calls. So if you got something you want to say, if you can get your organization, if you're willing to participate, give us a call, 872-259-7474. Sonia, I know you gotta play a commercial or something, but can I get something inspirational? We can get some Dante or something before we come back. I'll be right back. It's the Maze Jackson Show.
Call in and say it with your chest. 872-259-7474. That's 872-259-7474. Give us a call and say it with your chest. 872-259-7474. The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
Shop at Black-owned and operated Solo Beauty, where you are appreciated and respected. Located at 8158 South Cottage Grove, Solo Beauty can supply all of your black hair care needs. Solo Beauty is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Tuesday through Saturday.
WBGX. Yeah. As we take this journey through life, we face trials and tribulations. But just know, the enemy is not gonna win, cause the storm is almost over. That's right, the storm is almost over.
Too far to turn back now. Hold your head up. It's almost over. So set up to take you to your destiny. It's gonna be alright. Everything happens for a reason. Yes, this is your season. Just keep on believing. Blessings you'll be receiving. Oh, yeah.
What about my love? Seems you have forgotten love. I do believe that something went wrong somewhere. What about my feelings? Do they mean anything at all? You got me so in love, I'm too blind to see. And that you got my love, now you wanna put me down. And that you got my love, got me standing on shaky ground. What about it, baby? What about the days and the nights we spent? What about the love we made so sweet? Are you sure you wanna live? Think it over, baby. 'Cause girl, I believe, I think you just might wanna change your mind. Now that you got my love, you don't need to come around. Now that you got my love, got me standing on shaky ground. What kind of way is that to treat your man? When I gave all that I never had, you got me going through changes of life with you. Are you sure you wanna live? Think it over, babe. 'Cause girl, I believe, I think you just might wanna change your mind. Now that you got my love, you don't even come around. Now that you got my love, you got me standing on shaky ground. Yeah. Now that you got my love, you don't even come around. You don't come around. Now that you got all my loving, you got me standing on shaky ground. Put your hands together. Put your hands together. Before you leave out the door, before you leave out the door, baby, won't you change your mind? Really wish you would change your mind. Now that you got my love, you don't even come around. Now that you got my love, you got me standing on shaky ground. Now that you got my love, you don't come around. Now that you got all my loving, you got me standing on shaky ground. Put your hands together. Put your hands together. Oh my, I had a conversation with her. This is how it went. Before you leave out the door, mercy. 'Cause I need you and you need me. I know we can be happy. Just wait and see. Baby, won't you change your mind? I'll do better if you change your mind. Now that you got my love, you don't even come around. Now that you got my love, got me standing on shake, yeah. Now that you got my love, you don't even come around. Now that you got my love, you got me standing on shaky
You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Todd Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah.
Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts. Mayor Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case, he was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets where hood legends DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm concealed carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show, and I want y'all to call us, man, because I'm on some black unity. I'm trying to see if I can get y'all to help us gather, mobilize, bring your group. Like, the men of Phi Beta Sigma, the dark side, we gonna need y'all. I'm looking for the Black Fire Brigade to be out there. I'm looking for, see, here's what I don't want to have happen. What I don't want to have happen is they try to pigeonhole us and say it's this little group of black people over here. I want them to see mamas and daddies and whole families and not let them tell stories of our. See, I feel like this is a triumphant moment. This is the beginning of the lack of the inability of others to keep us divided. Can I tell y'all it's going to take work too? It's going to take work. It's going to take a conscious effort from each of us to always say before we get upset, can I call my brother? And that's not just for this group, it's for a larger group, which is part of why we want to connect the dots, because we want to be able to say whatever beef we have internally remains internal. We ain't always got to get. And now I think you're going to have to keep the affiliations in, because the affiliations each have their own spheres of influence. And so what I want y'all to recognize is, it's like, I don't want you to, like, when we say it wasn't for the black people, what I means is we don't care what your political affiliation or your racial, your predetermined category of black people that you fit in. If you are black, you are with us. So I don't care what you put on in front of. So if you are the accountants and the black counselor. So if you, the National Association of Black Accountants, we want you out there. There's a place for you. If you are the Cook County Bar Association, there is a place for you. If you are a member of a street organization, there is a place for you. See, the thing that I think we got to recognize here is that they don't make the distinctions between us. They see us all the same. You may think that your suit can protect you, but it can't. And so what we also got to do is start training each other to when we see each other. Right? Do we do the brother nod? Like when I went to U of I think it was the brother nod. It was, you just acknowledge. You ain't got to be, even when we was fighting with the Kappas, it was like when the white people was around, it's brother nod. I'm gonna fight you tonight, but brother nod right now. So I think we have to start somewhere. And there are a lot of hurt and anger and feelings in this mix, and we're going to work that out.
Trauma.
It is. Because, man, everybody could recount their list of, this person did this to me this time, one time, and I ain't...
Very specifically.
Oh, no, I have mine specific. But that's the point. And so we know that there's healing, and it doesn't come all at once. But know that there's a way to be part of the group. I need y'all to help us. Let me back up, because I'm not going to appeal to your sense of altruism. I'm going to appeal to your self-interests. Your self-interests, as in the 48 Laws of Power, are that there is a plan for New Americans, Office of New Americans, but there is no Office of Black Americans. And from that Office of New Americans, resources are dedicated to the protection and the growth of the immigrant community. The plan is really dope. So much so, we don't even want to rewrite it. We just want our own. But it is a call of all black people to join us Monday. Now let me back up, because the hard work, a big chunk of the hard work has already been done by Aclavis and Brother Obedelli, and I want to thank him for inviting us to participate. So they've been doing their thing. But as they spread the gospel, it is incumbent upon us that they are not by themselves. That it's not just violence prevention. It is all facets of our community. And I know a lot of people in the upperly mobile bourgeois urban class be like, I ain't finna be on that stuff. Got time for them. Every time I come somewhere trying to curse somebody. No big eyes, no little U's. All ego to the side. Your organization is welcome. Except the communists.
Right.
So I'm telling the communists real quick, don't come with y'all bullhorns trying to you will be dealt with.
It's black ones.
Yeah, that's what they always lead with, the black ones in our marches. The black ones, because they always come with the big sign that everybody love, and then everybody go take the picture, and then the next thing they in the communist catalog.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to the phone lines. Eddie! No, let me go to Katie. Katie, you on the Maze Jackson show. Katie.
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
We can.
Okay, good. Yes, I hope to see groups like 10 by 10, in Cobra, our Black genealogy group that we have in the area. I hope we can bring all our people down because we really need to get on this. It really hurts me when I see that we cut out the marijuana, we cut out the gambling, and in the suburbs, everybody and their mama, except Black people, has a 5-place gambling spot.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Calumet City, everybody. So how come we can't get in this? It's pitiful.
So
I will be there, and I hope all of the members of my group, as many as possible, will be there. My different groups I'm in. Thank you,
Katie. Thank you, and Katie, call them. Call them. You all mobilize your organizations to join. Right? We'll get some information as to how you can contact, how you can be there. Look, y'all, the city needs to see us. Like, can I just tell y'all that they talk about us like we ain't there? You know, when they be like, and on the south and west sides, and on the south and west sides, and on the south and west sides, and our racial equity rapid response team, and the reason we're successful is because we got outside of just the Black. Remember all that? Remember all that? Y'all think it's coincidental that we're dying exponentially and the clinics go to... Okay, I'm gonna stop. Eddie, I want to talk to you. Eddie, why you treat me like
Good
animal?
morning. How are you?
Good morning. Oh, go ahead, brother Eddie Reed. What's up, my man?
This is Eddie Reed. Yeah, let me say, man, first of all, number one, I congratulate all of you on the unity piece. Now, I want to take that further, and I think you've set the table to do it. I heard that my name came up in the meeting yesterday, and I'm very pleased that I received the call afterwards, had a brief conversation with Brother Bamani Obadeli. There's an issue that I want to bring to the table. I'm having some challenges with a respected businessman in the community, Brother Elsie Higginbottom.
Okay, you know better than coming out. We can't be on here.
Great. I think.
Go ahead.
Excuse me?
Go ahead.
I think it would be great. I'm certainly willing to come to that table. You know him, Mays. Reach out to him, and let's come to the table, because if we're going to do true unity, then yes, let's do it in every pocket. I hear what you're saying all across the village. I'm going to reach out to those people who there are so-called beefs and differences with, and now that there's a table, let's put it all on the table for the greater good of our people.
All right, I'm with that. That is Brother Eddie Reed, been out on the front lines in the community. Appreciate him and his insight, and we definitely will be circling back with him. And, brother, we hope that you will be joining us as well. What I would like to do is make sure that as we start to move forward, that this platform does not become the place where we air our personal beefs. So if we have a table, then let us use that table to take care of our personal business, right? So the reason you hear me calling names today is because of the prominence of those beefs and how important I think it is for people to understand. Now, I'm going to tell you, we're not going to air out every issue on air. That's not what's going to happen. That's why we have this table, right? And everything is not going to be we always agree. What we are going to agree, though, is that if we don't agree, we will not hurt, harm, or challenge each other. Put each other in a position, especially over no white folks. All right, y'all, this is the Mace Jackson Show. I done went. Give us a call. 872-259-7474. Black Unity. UNITY. Even though that's Queen Latifah. I'm encouraging as many black folks. Are you part of an organization? Ruthie, can you bring the Black Gorilla Family?
You so funny.
The Black Gorilla Family, Pembroke chapter, right? You can teach all our people how to hunt and fish. We need the Black Growers Association. I need Chicago Scene. I need Ricky Hendon. I need every we should
Ricky, bring us some samples.
Tyrone's supposed to have the samples. Ricky, we should get a live performance from Ricky. Can we get a live performance of Rona money? Like, give us our money. I'm gonna tell y'all. But we are gathering, and y'all. I think that is important that all black organizations be represented. Let me also tell you that this space will be a safe space, right? So a lot of times people are, how do you say it? Choose not to come to events because of those personal beefs or because they may be confronted or somebody don't like the organization. Not this week. I'm just telling you. I gotta question anybody who opposes black people resolving their differences. And I gotta tell you, y'all talk about when the men stand up, the boys sit down. So as the men move towards standing up, make sure that you're not trying to get them to sit down on the toilet. You know, Todd said it's convenient to be sitting down.
You just love the bathroom.
Let me go to Gino. Gino, you on the Mace Jackson show.
Hey, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Look, yeah, first of all, how can I get in touch with email for Joaquin? I'm sorry.
Salim.
What's his name? Joaquin.
Salim Muwakil?
Yes, thank you. Yeah, he have an email. I can email him.
I would go to his Facebook page and I would send it there. I don't have it listed. If you want to leave us a message, I don't have it with me, but we can connect.
Yeah,
you.
okay.
But you can go to his Facebook page.
Look. Yeah, look, I commend the efforts and everything. I don't want to put a pin in nobody's bubble. You got to keep pushing that. Until something happens. I always be saying, I stopped marching personally, okay? I believe in the one thing that has worked for black folks. The only one thing that has worked for black folks ever in this country in a productive manner, and they stopped doing it, and that was the boycott. The boycott had one time, it was successful, and then they stopped boycotting and started marching. And I got a real problem with that. I'm like, well, why did they take the boycott off the table and put the march thing there? And we've been marching, and I haven't really seen any real fruits. Now, so my thing is, okay, what day is this on, the 3rd?
It's Monday.
Okay, well, my question is, what's going to happen Tuesday?
Let me say this.
I mean, we're going to do another meeting or something. Wait, hold on a second, please. I mean, we're just going to, it's going to be another meeting. Because I hear Brother Mark Carter, every time I hear him talk, he kept saying demand, demand, demand. And demand has nothing unless it has some consequences behind it. So, yeah, what if they do what they usually do, and yield nothing? So what's going to happen Tuesday? What's the consequence?
Okay, so thank you, Gino, for your call. So it's a couple things, right? The first thing is I'm going to push back on anybody that calls with negativity from the past as we try to go forward. I think that what we all decided, for those of you that don't, because I'm not a big marcher either, but I think that we have to take baby steps. We have to be able to show ourselves our capabilities, right? And so this march is the first time where there's nothing that we have to, there's really no black person that has a disagreement with this, because we're not against anybody. And so what this is the first exercise in practicing unity. Now, as it relates to boycott, what are we boycotting? Right? Here's what I would encourage you. If you're not with it, sit your ass down. But if you are in opposition to black people taking an action that you ain't with, you have the option not to participate. And my brother, there will still be a place for you as we move forward. Everybody's not coming at the beginning. But I will tell you that I got time out for the people who, see, and I don't even want to go there because I don't want to be negative. But I'm going to say that if you've been doing it for 50 years, I guess the question would be like, for you, what was different? What did you do different? What are you bringing to the table? What did you bring in those 50 years that made a difference? Not to negate it, but how much work did you put to make it go? Now, I'm not saying that this is the end all be all. I am saying that black folks, when is the last time we have seen each other working together? Where everybody came to the meeting and everybody, there wasn't no personal beef. It was, we're going because this is for our interests. First time I remember since Black Friday. Not nobody dead. We ain't arguing over somebody getting, we are arguing for our own resources, and it is the beginning of the relationship with black people reacquainting ourselves with each other and recognizing our collective partner. Now, you wake up and you see 1,000 black people with a different flag, a different color, I'm talking about North American descendants of slavery. Everybody welcome to come. But I'm just telling you, this is about black self-interest. That's it. That's all. And it is the first. Now, what's going to come next depends on who comes to the next meeting. And depends who comes to the next meeting with a plan. Part of the reason we got all these organizations is because they probably already got their own agendas. We need to understand what those agendas are and how they intersect and how we work collectively to get to an end goal, which is what? To create an office of black Americans. Any other calls?
I think he does have a point, though, about boycotts. Boycotts were very effective. And you can choose what you want to boycott. Like Black Friday, that was a boycott, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Things like that. That's a statement to two groups immediately. The state of Illinois and the city of Chicago. Of course, you have to say before you boycott, this is why we're boycotting. And, actually, like things like cannabis would be one of the reasons. If people like us aren't going to be involved, then the city will have to suffer.
Okay, I'm with you on that, but it's the approach, right? So here's one of the things that we got to work on, and I'm one of the people. Don't call and dump on the idea, add to it, right? If boycotts is your thing, how about instead of saying, y'all ain't gonna boycott and ain't nothing gonna happen, hey, my brother, can we add to this a boycott of whoever? And I think if that's the most effective tool, then let's get it in the toolbox. But don't say because y'all ain't boycotting, y'all ain't crap. And I think
he was saying that he is with you. He just did not word it very well.
So I'm saying that words matter.
Words matter.
And I'm saying that if we're trying to build something and you're detracting from it and you're using the platform to say, how come, and you listen to 10,000, 5,000 people saying, no, there's a better way to approach it. And we have to practice how we address each other. I'm not mad, but I am saying, like yesterday, we have to be intentional about how we deal with each other.
Also learned through life is not to take the first thing that comes out of people's mouths personally. Let them finish. Then I'll figure out if they are either for or against or just trying to, sack me.
I got you. And I think I could believe you on that. I think listening to everything he said, you have to discern that he's with you. The average person got to get through wade through all of the stuff to be like he's with you.
Right.
What's up, Ruth?
Because I'm just thinking about the the caller's perspective, because I don't know what his perspective is. But I think just the same way we know that how difficult it is for people who are trying to galvanize, how difficult it is for them to get over their individual whatevers. Like, I think sometimes people who have to come along, you know what I'm saying, like who gonna get along with it, they might still also have questions. And I think that his musings came from a place of curiosity. And I kind of agree with Todd, like maybe he didn't quite word it in the right way. And I do think that I think the conversation, like words do matter, but I think that we also can never make it so that people can't bring their perspective. Because he does bring a good perspective of a point of boycott. But I'm with you though, too, Maze, in the sense of now maybe ain't the best time for you to be talking about that when we own something else.
Like when we trying to build. That's all I'm saying.
I get it.
And so let me say this, Gino, I appreciate you calling, and obviously you're a listener, and obviously this conversation moved you so much so that you went to the phone to call in. I'm gonna say, brother, we didn't do a strategic plan yesterday. I'm not gonna lie. I think what we said our strategy is let's do something together that none of us can oppose. That you really can't find anything that anybody black can oppose. And let's start there. Let's not get into the nuance. Let's just pick something that everybody can be about without any reservations. And we ain't got to be against anybody. But I do appreciate both of what y'all saying. What's funny?
I mean, sometimes it's some parts of the revolution you can't plan.
No, we're planning the whole damn thing, Ruthie. Don't you start that mess again. No, I'm just playing.
Randy Span agrees with Ruthie.
Randy Span. Randy Span. You know why Randy Span? Because Randy trying to give him some Ruthie. I'm gonna call Rogers.
Randy's just a very intelligent black man.
When you were gone, he's like, okay, let me know when you're back.
No, Randy is
she not here? No,
he's smitten. He is on air. Ruthie, like, don't be smitten me.
Right.
Ruthie, look, I'm telling. Hey, Randy, you got a pension, dog? I'm gonna get we gonna have the death mat. What?
It ain't just gotta be a pension. I take 401ks, 403bs, like IRAs, whatever you got. Roth.
Rogers around here like, wait a minute, this ain't what we said. You tiny with that. You use a little video thing.
Stock portfolios.
Look at Ruthie.
Listen, whatever your investment wealth strategy is.
Listen, see, Ruthie
life insurance policies.
She planning for a white dude. Once you got past 401k and pension,
I take trust funds.
White dude alert. Look, y'all, let's take a quick break and then we're gonna come right back. It's the Maze Jackson Show.
The Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break.
Let me ask a question. Do either that son or your grandson smell like transmission fluid? We trying to find Ruthie a husband. You funny ladies.
Trying to find Ruthie a husband?
We trying to find Ruthie a husband. You heard that good, let me ask you, Rogers, what does Ruthie need to do to find her husband?
I listen to her little voice. I like that little passing voice she got.
Hey, she say...
I know you kind of small, ain't you?
She said you got a pension?
Huh?
She said you got a pension?
Look here, I'm coming down to where you on station located at? Where y'all located?
We down here in Bronzeville. Look, this is what we gonna do. We gonna get you, we gonna do a love connection off the line. Rogers, I want to tell you, man, thank you so much for calling.
You all downtown somewhere?
Yeah, we downtown. I'm gonna put
y'all talking about matter of fact, I'm gonna get the address. I'm gonna come into your station one morning.
We gonna have you come down. We gonna have you and Ruthie, and we gonna have you sit
I'm an early bird anyway.
Ruthie, you can be the grandmama, the great grandmama of over 110 children.
I love big families.
You know what I'm saying? 110.
WIFTVPN.
trash came out, I wanted to shout. If you're rich, you can get a bad bill. But if you're poor, all you're gonna hear is no, 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 no. I need my money, money. I want the money. I need my money.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Stroger, Ruth and Mo, Sonia Escobar. Hey, y'all, Black Unity is in the universe. Hey, yo, Gino, my bad. You know, I was reading my girl, Frances Stockard, she went to U of I, Delta from U of I, and she said, just start. Whatever your dreams are, just start today. That's what this march is. Our dreams are Black unity. It's just start. And we're going to start next week. I'm asking you to join us. I'm asking for the whole What's in it for the Black People media family to join us from on air to listening audience. Next week. This week, we will be having, don't forget tonight, myself, Alderman Michael Scott. Who do I got? I got tonight Alderman Scott, myself, Eric Mobley of New Era, Chicago, Tucson Werner, and I'm looking to still try and get Marquin McDonald. Tonight from 7 to 8, we are going to be having a conversation over the death of 7-year-old Jaslyn Adams and the Black men response. Seems to be an ongoing theme here. This Black men stuff.
It warms my heart.
Really? Because can I tell you what, Ruthie? I think that somewhere in the mix, there is this conversation that I think we got to tamp down, which is that there is a rift between Black men and women. Now, I'm going to say, white folks have positioned us, but I think as we look around, thanks, Marquin will be on as well. So I'll be sending, Marquin, inbox me your email address, please, sir. Please inbox me. It's going to be via.
Oh, he confirmed.
Yep, he just confirmed. That's the chat is a beast. So we're gonna.
It's going so fast.
I know it'd be going so fast. But Marquin, send me your email in my inbox, and I will get you an invite. I think we're starting though. Todd, you coming next week?
Yeah, sure.
I don't like how you said that, man. Do we gotta put Ruthie? We gotta put Todd in the front too. We gotta make a march with the mad people.
It's gonna be sections. It's gonna be sections.
We gotta give them a sword, right? Like,
it's gonna be sections.
Like it's gonna be the rebels. No, I'm just joking. I'm just playing. It's gonna be Black people.
You gonna have a sign, Todd?
I'll take a sign.
Can you should make Hans come. Bring my $25 to Hans.
I was thinking about that.
He probably
both of it.
He probably will. You first of all, somebody better, with everything going on, somebody better come with my money. You don't not want that to be the grudge.
Y'all
you would hate to be like, hold it, $25.
Y'all reimbursing for parking?
Valet.
See, Ruthie, there's Ruthie, if you show, Ruthie, y'all, somebody told me Ruthie might show up with a white guy.
No,
at the march. You better not, Ruthie.
I would never.
Skippy, come on. Let's go on in the march.
I would never.
Let him get
if
out
we
the
ever
car.
I love
see
Black men too much to put y'all in that position where y'all feel like y'all gotta lay hands.
Because we would. I'm telling you,
Ruthie,
he would get
I'm
scuffed.
gonna leave him home today.
Right.
I wouldn't. I don't even like white men. I just be talking, y'all.
Okay, I was getting.
No, I just be talking just to
irritate.
just to ruffle y'all feathers.
That's not cool.
Because I know how y'all. Personally speaking, I know it's very hypocritical, my position on interracial dating, but it's only just to ruffle y'all feathers.
Man, wait till she goes to grad school.
She already graduated from grad school. Ruthie ain't going back to nobody's school. She like, I'm smarter than all these people here.
She's gonna get a doctor and she could be married to some guy named Zeus or something.
Zeus?
Apostle. I don't know.
Apostle?
Zeus. You know who Zeus is, right?
A Greek god, right?
No. Madam President.
I didn't mean to say that.
Like, you need to be keeping your mouth together. Don't be starting nothing. How you gonna start stuff, Todd?
I just happen. Well, I'm not even gonna mention her stuff. So
just let it go.
Yeah, change subject.
Okay. Just let it go. Just let it go.
I think I just got a text from the mayor of Robbins that said that Robins will be represented at the march.
Hey, all right.
So let me ask a question. Is there anything that we've heard about this that would make black elected? Because I want to encourage black elected officials to appeal too.
They got to probably see what y'all going to do first.
We not going to call y'all no names. We just want y'all to help us get an office of black Americans. Is that... Y'all voted for the office of New Americans? Like, seriously. I'm not trying to be funny. So, wait. If they can vote for it, for everybody else, I think it's only right. Like, I want to...
Well, I think... But, no, I just remember Todd always talking about that. You have to demand things from your elected officials.
Y'all better bring y'all butts on up out here then.
And they supposed to respond to the pressure.
Right.
Oh,
Todd told me that. He
Todd be unaffected though. He be like, yeah, I don't care. So I don't care. I mean,
how do you make a diamond?
Pressure.
Well,
actually, you make a bunch of Africans dig it.
And you cut off one of their hands so that they can't take the other one.
Speaking, but I get where you was going with that time.
Under pressure.
and I hate to bust it, but I think that was rubber plants.
They cut their hands off? I think it was a bunch of stuff. You talking about...
That was the Congo.
Beast. You talking about Exterminate the Beast. No, they cut people's hands off for everything.
For everything.
That was on Exterminate the Beast. They had remember he made them take a picture with the hands they cut off?
Yeah.
That was crazy. Like they had a basket full of hands.
Sickness.
Like imagine just that you make everybody line up and you stand in line knowing that they finna chop your hand off.
That you gonna run? Or just you gonna take death with a hand?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, you're going to run, you're going to get shot in the back.
I know.
With a dumb bullet.
Evil.
No, back then, that was no dumb.
No, remember they said remember when they realized that the bullets was going straight through people, then they created the dumb bullets and the Europeans said, you can't use that on white people, only on the black people.
Well, this escalated.
I couldn't have coordinated that.
It's just cruel.
Actually, that would have been a great promo, right? That would have been a great promo. Also, I was gonna ask y'all, did y'all what?
I asked you off air.
No, ask me.
Y'all gonna have the Dreadhead Cowboy?
Oh, somebody said he reached out.
You gotta have a horse and a march go together.
He done gave up all his horses.
Yeah. He can't rent a horse.
No, the sheriff ain't gonna let him. Not this time,
Let
buddy.
me part there, homeboy. New York City, Chicago is not a place for the horses.
That was good, Sonia.
I'm talented.
Hey, what y'all think about transgender sports?
Which aspect?
The aspect where transgender dudes get to play against straight girls. Do you think there should... So here's this. I don't want to ban transgender athletes because I realize that if you say that, you're going to get cooked. Mm-hmm. What I'd like to do is create a transgender category.
Oh.
Right? So don't make me... Just if y'all going to have a third bathroom, have a... Because... And let... I do think that there is a physical difference. But I do not want to... I think that it's a no-win battle to say that they can't compete. But I think they should have their own category, right? That fits into it because I do believe that there are biological differences. But I think that as I watch this, I'm going to just tell you now, I would never want to go to a basketball game for my daughter knowing that she's playing against someone that could... Like, how important are sports? And how important is victory in sports? How important are sports in general? Is it just for the workout or is it for what it gives you? Because, again, if you played could a transgender basketball team be beat?
Who they playing against?
I mean, let's just say somebody was smart and said, I'm going to let's say Georgetown is smart enough to recruit all transgender athletes, and they're playing against Connecticut.
You mean the Georgetown women's basketball program?
Plays against the UConn women's basketball team. And do you get to pick? So I'm only saying this because I really didn't have a lot today.
Mm-hmm.
but it was a big deal down there, and all these laws are passing, right? And there's this controversy, and we're going to come back to this because I remember the controversy of the third bathroom in North Carolina and how it set the world upside down. And I'm just saying, I don't think anybody that I've talked to in sports thinks that those two that there's the competition will be fair. And I don't think that's based in bias. I think that is biologically based.
Right.
Right? And so instead of discriminating or putting them, and I don't want to call it separate but equal, but I do feel like they're really rapidly trying to create this third lane. I was always taught you were the plug or the socket.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not okay with not being the plug or the socket, but if that's the world that we live in, then somebody's got to be the ground, right? So if you think about a plug, it's got, right? But then when you add the third, the ground, then I feel like you got anybody in that category, either way you go, you can compete in that space.
Do you think that it is based off of hormones or?
I don't know. I'm not that deep.
Oh,
that's
what I'm saying. Are you basing it off of people's hormones?
I'm basing it off of size, strength, and agility.
Physical attributes.
Yes. So I think if I understand transgender correctly, it is sometimes when you have both pieces of anatomy.
No, that's generally called intersexed.
Okay, so I really don't know.
Man, that's a new word for me.
So transgender is you just want to
No, somebody who considers themselves to be transgender is generally thought of in a transition is 3 different parts: social, legal, and medical. And so you can consider yourself to be trans if you
feel like a lady,
or it's just one of those 3 parts: social, legal, or medical.
No, you don't have to have all 3. You just
Nope.
need one.
So you could be a dude and say I socially want to be a woman, and then you could be at the track meet.
You can have your sex assigned at birth be male. You can have your gender identity be female, and you can participate as a woman in women's athletic events.
Yeah, see,
what if you were even if you were genetically identified in the beginning as a man?
You mean your
one.
sex assigned at birth?
Yes. No, your sex is not assigned at birth. Your sex is based on what come off of you.
But remember how you just talked about somebody being intersex?
Innie or outie, right? But that's one out of how many? That's
But I think that's why the laws are written the way that they're written, to protect those people. That's why they're not quite so blanket.
So this is how you get to understand the Spartans.
The Olympics is basing it off of your hormone levels.
Right.
Shoot, well, the Russians been jacking that up for 50 years.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because them be like, I want to talk to you. All right, y'all. We are running out of time because Sonia done gave me the look about 5 times. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I am your host, Maze Jackson. This week we'll be talking to, wait a minute, back up. Tonight, we will be having a conversation, black men discussing what happened in the Jaslyn Adams case and what is our responsibility. And then don't forget, Thursday, we will be talking to Mark Carter, Tyrone Muhammad, Levon Stone, and Bomani Obedelli. Look, y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show. So for Maze and Sonia and Ruthie and Todd, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them. Maze said, we out of here. Peace.
What's in it for the black